Welcome back. The history of this station is intrinsically tied to the history of the Downs area. That history has been faithfully recorded on videotape for about 20 years. Let's have a look now at those events that have changed our lives over that time.
Just everything mud all over the floor up to our ankles.
Like a child who goes.
The little experimental single-seater had been carrying out a series of test flights.
The purpose of the shopping centre was to establish retail businesses that would be of service to the community.
Yesterday has gone.
To mark the start of a new era of progress for this city, especially the central business district.
Have you found any words yet to describe how you felt at that moment?
No words whatsoever.
Memories live on.
The RAF helicopter was apparently on a routine training operation when it hit a power line strung between a narrow gorge.
Pieces of the memorial have been re-erected in the same east-west orientation as its former site on the corner of Ruthven and Margaret Streets. However, he said each time Wendy Lang had pressured him into continuing, telling him he was already involved.
It was ANZ who started the trend with a 0.25% drop in home loan lending rates. Late yesterday, Westpac and the Commonwealth followed by reducing their rate by 0.5% to 15%.
It's just hocus pocus.
They don't come much sadder than this one, the small township of Kuya destroyed by a wall of floodwater which crashed into the town in early February.
Channel O is perhaps not the best frequency for a hilly place like Brisbane. It's fine for the Darling Downs.
Make it great in 88. Give us a hand to celebrate.
Intrinsically, I believe that the garden is a reflection of the desire within many of us to make DDIE a centre of international learning.
The new Toowoomba TAFE is reportedly the biggest single TAFE college outside Brisbane. This morning its doors opened to welcome its first official batch of students.
It's cost just under $5 million to give Toowoomba its new bus interchange and car park. In February, the people of Esk-Shire began their campaign to stop the state government building a radioactive waste dump in their area. Then another state government bombshell, a toxic waste dump for Gurrelmundi near Miles.
They're off. History coming up as the Big Cup gets underway. Early Town began.
Killing 2 on board and injuring 7 others, the crash left a trail of wreckage covering almost half a kilometre.
Alderman Miller secured the mayoralty following a resounding election victory backed by his predecessor Clive Berghofer.
It's 50 years of history just comes to a point.
It's gone on for too long just to be a drought. If it was on the Richter scale, it'd be 7.
The Toowoomba City Council announced the purchase and refurbishment of the Old Empire Theatre. The occupants of the house, Chris and Jenny Bosco, jumped to safety.
I saw the firebomb and I sort of ducked back in. I thought then that the whole house would just explode. So I thought then I was going to die.
Proves that communities who are prepared to stand up and fight for what they believe in, prepared to fight for what is right, can win any battle.
Teachers, parents and students saddened when arsonists destroy a century-old building at the Wilsonton Primary School. Ian Riley was sent to jail for the manslaughter of his wife Sylvia, his mother defending him to the end. October and Darling Downs voters were back at the polls.
It's been an overwhelming result.
This isn't a regional forest agreement. This is a sleazy Labor deal with the Greens.
White Australians may have a different view if his name was Dr. William White Trash.
A suspect making off in an unmarked car during a fuel stop.
He was seated in the rear seat of the vehicle, he was handcuffed and unfortunately he effected his escape.
A wet weekend didn't dampen the Olympic spirit on the Downs.
A decision from the state government to provide just 3/5 of the money needed for Toowoomba's first hospice, making local blood boil.
Beres Nelson arrived at her office this morning to find the locks had been changed.